Calais.
Keep it lit.
Pretty bitch music. Big mama, I'm a shit talker. I see him copy every look, I got a few daughters. Every check I deposit got a few commas. Pretty bitch, mouth slick, I'm a good problem. Fell asleep.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Shay, and you can see, look at, I am the CEO of Hot Girl Beauty. If you're new here, we talk about everything. We talk about hair, which is like primarily the reason why I started this YouTube channel. We talk about business related things. We talk about all kinds of good stuff. Okay, we talk about family, we talk about marriage, we talk about you name it, we're talking about it. So this is kind of like the little girls corner, and we talk about everything, and I want to put y'all up on game also. So this is by Smirnoff. Smirnoff, if you're watching this, let's sing your girl some more. This is my new favorite drink. It's a Smirnoff Ice Smash. It's peach and mango flavor. I may or may not have mixed this with some 1942, and your girl was kind of lit. And I don't even drink tequila, but I mixed the two together, and it was a good time. My husband thought so too. So yeah, so you guys gotta check that out. But anywho, let's get into the video, shall we? Alright guys, let's get into it. I'm like slap happy. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. My husband didn't go to work today, so I slept in until like 11:30, and the kids, we just got an email this afternoon at like 1 o'clock telling us that our kids are going to be homeschooled up until January 11th because they're shutting Michigan back down. So they want to make sure that everybody is safe. So what that means for us is everybody went and bought all the freaking toilet paper again. I don't know why. Why are you buying all the toilet paper? Like, I don't get it. So now I gotta go like on a goose hunt tomorrow to like stock up on toilet paper. I know y'all probably sick of me in every video. I'm like putting on lip gloss, and I swear it's like I'm addicted. And then the moment that I like my lips feel like even like an ounce of like dryness to it, I won't even call it dry, but like I don't feel the gloss anymore. I'm like reaching for it. I just opened this tube like 2 weeks ago. I'm already like halfway through it. That's how much I've been using this, and this is one of my sample glosses. But yeah, super soft good lips, huh? Yeah, okay. So today I'm gonna chat with you guys about this is part of like the business series. So we talked about photo shoots, I talked about brand ambassadors, and I want to talk about branding today, which is like my baby, because like your branding, your website, and all that stuff. So for me, when I left my job and I decided that I wanted to go into hair, everyone's like, oh, why would you do that? And I'm like, well, why not? Because I'm educated on how to take care of my natural hair, and I want to be able to help other women feel good. So that's how I got into this. If you haven't watched the other videos, you need to go back, watch those, and then come back to this one, okay? But I built my website myself, like, and if you go check it out, it's pretty. It's pretty, if I may say so myself. But when I first launched my business, it was a hot mess, and I'll put in a clip somewhere in this video to show you guys how much of a hot mess my website was. It was dark, it was moody, it was just unshoppable. You couldn't get to like all my pictures were like bunched together. It was like one big, like, think of like Instagram, how it's got like the grid where it's like all the different pictures, but just in like one. It was a hot mess. It was unshoppable. I wasn't getting any sales. Like the first month I got one sale, and it was because it was somebody that I knew that just bought from me on they're like, oh, you gotta, like, you're selling hair, I'm gonna go get some, like that kind of thing. So Yeah, it was rough. And then I had to like reevaluate. And then I started looking at, I went to different brands. And a lot of YouTubers are going to tell you, like, oh, don't compare yourself to other people and their journey and blah, 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 blah. No, this is what you do. You do compare. But this is what you compare. You look at their weaknesses and you look at their strengths and go, okay, so you look at your weaknesses and your strengths and you write them down. What do you like about it? X, Y, and Z. Because you want to be able to get to your target audience and attract them and make them come and stay. So, and that's the ultimate goal. So for me, I was like, my website was dark and moody, and my target audience is 25 to 35. Like for it to be like dark, it was like depressing. It wasn't like fun. But then like the same people are like my same group. Like they're into makeup. Like that's kind of like the people that can afford like the Kylie Jenner lip kits and like I went and I looked at different hair websites, and I'm not going to tell you which ones I went to, but some of those, like I feel like mine is like high end compared to some of those now. Like I'm at the top of the class with that, even though I don't have the customers, as many customers as they have, but they're coming because you guys are going to go check it out too, right? So they're coming, and I think that for me, it was because like I spent so much time and I researched what they were doing right and what they were doing wrong. It helped me in us like building my website and actually like having a great solid foundation for it on top of the photo shoot that I did, which I'll have another video posted about that shortly. I'm not sure if it's before or after this one, but I definitely am going to be putting more photos on my website. Like I want to do more photo shoots, so I can update it with the seasons. Like I just updated it for Black Friday. I got my Black Friday banners up. I want my pre-Black Friday sale because this week is the pre-Black Friday sale week. And if you haven't gone to check it out, probably should. And next week I'm going to switch it out, and I'm going to put in my Black Friday banners, and that'll be there for the duration of the week, just leading up to Black Friday. And then I'm going to have a couple of sales throughout the week. But the biggest thing with your branding is going to be as far as like Instagram goes or Facebook goes or your pop-up shops. You want consistency. So like for me, like my biggest thing is like I have a color scheme. So like for me, I picked out my main colors when I made my logo. So my colors are black, gold, and white. And every single thing for my brand, you're gonna see those colors pop somewhere in there. And the black was the color that black is like a really dark color, but I had that like so powerful. Like my website was like completely black with gold in it, and there was no white at all. It was just moody. It was really dark, and that's kind of like it's really my personality. I have like a dark personality, but my soul is dark. Um, but I lightened it up a bit, and I just did like a reverse. So I did like a white background and did the gold, and it's I saw improvements for the experience for my customers for my website by doing that. So don't go too dark with your websites, and then be consistent. So like I've seen people that have like bags like they like it's not uniform. It doesn't look professional. So like you go to Walmart or Target, you know that they're gonna have the exact same style bag every single time you have, unless it's like a Christmas bag or something like that. Like it's consistent. So they're always Target's always gonna have the bullseye on all their bags. Like my bags are always gonna be black. It's always gonna have my logo on it. It's gonna be consistent that way. All of my mailers are all black. And then everything else around it is white and gold. Like everything the filler is black, but everything that's inside of it, like my like I have like little decals that I put in there, and I'm not gonna tell you guys because I want you guys to place an order so you can see it. But or maybe I'll just do a pack order with me video too, so you guys can see that one day. But the way that I have like my boxes set up, it's super cute, super fun, and it's consistent. So each time you order, it's gonna look the same. So you wouldn't have like a pink box and your colors are like orange and blue. Like you wouldn't do pink and purple boxes. You want it to be consistent with your theme. You want it to give off like, hey, like this is our brand. And another thing that goes with branding too, believe it or not, that's non-product packaging or Instagram or Facebook related is your interactions with people. So like the way that you interact with people, like on social media, in public, like if you have videos of you, like my personal Instagram, like I took down like all my, like when I first launched my business, I went back and I took down all like my old, like I'm talking about like my 2013 pictures. If they didn't look like, if I looked crazy, I took them all down. Just because people, when they shop from you, they snoop and they look and they want to see like, oh, what is this person really like and things like that. And I'm not saying like I have anything to hide because I don't. But what I'm saying is if you have things like like my target audience isn't like, it's not, it's it's not like the the party girl audience, you know, like granted there are some party girls in my target audience, but it's not like we're not going to the club every single night. It's like, okay, we're gonna turn up, we gonna, you know, like we're in this phase where we're like, we're at the end of our 20s, early 30s, like we kind of got it figured out. And I don't know, like I just felt like I wanted to be presentable in a way that my customers would be proud of. Like, yeah, I bought my hair extensions from Shay. Like, she's a good girl. She's upstanding. Like, I don't know. Like, there's certain things that I feel like we should have on there. Like, I had ex boyfriends on there. Like, ex boyfriend drama on Instagram. Like, like dumb things that I did when I was like 22. Like, I had a screenshot of me and my now husband. Like, we were in an argument. I had screenshot it on Instagram, and like some people take the drama, but like some people get turned away from that. So you have to be careful with what you have out there on social media. So I had to like go through and like clean up my Instagram page. My Facebook page is private, but my Facebook page, I do talk about like politics and stuff on there, but it's like people, like I don't add, I really haven't added any customers onto my Facebook page, but for the most part, I think it's kind of obvious where I stand with it because we support Black Lives Matter, and that's just where it is. At Hot Girl Beauty, we support Black lives, we support equality, we support the underdogs, like LGBTQ plus. Come on, you're welcome here. It's a judgment free zone. We love everybody, and I feel like my personal views. And sometimes people get they get taken away from that, but those aren't my customers because they're just not for us, and that's okay. But there's certain things that you can do that you could probably have a customer that is your customer that you could turn away by having like drama and things like that on your social media. So keep that in mind. And then like another thing with branding too is like I'm not into like any catty drama. I'm not arguing on Facebook or Instagram with people, or you know, you see the the high celebrity hairstylists like on their Instagram live, and they got like old wigs that they've worn and they're selling them for high dollars, and they're like, people in the comments are like, oh, like why would you sell that wig and blah blah, and they just get the ragging on the customers and doing all that. That's not what we do. Okay, that's not good. It takes away from your business when you do that, and it just takes away. You look tacky, and it's just not cute, okay? And you don't want to lose sales or potential buyers because you don't know how to talk to your customers. You don't know how to talk to people or treat them the way that you would want to be treated. So I just feel like that's just, I don't know. It's just unnecessary. So that's something about branding that you want to think of is your personal brand, and then you owning that. So like you own your personal brand. So I am Hot Girl Beauty. So like for me, like I'm not gonna come to an event without my hair and my lashes done, and I sell hair and lashes. I'm not coming to an event with some chapped ass lips and I sell lip gloss. Like you guys see me constantly, I'm just doing like this nonstop. Now when I'm at home and I don't got no cameras on me, that's one thing. Like, but that's, I'm in the comfort of my home, and I think that we all do that. But I'm not stepping out the house representing my brand with my hair in a ponytail and doing all this stuff. So you got to keep that stuff in mind too. So that's a really, really big deal for branding, is the way you present yourself, the way you take care of yourself. Or not to say the way that you take care of yourself, the way that you handle yourself in situations. Cause, and And I'd be a liar to say customers don't try you. I have over 15 years of retail experience. I already know. Like, the last employer that I came with, the ghetto. Okay? The absolute most ghetto. And trust me, I know people will push your buttons purposely to see you step out of character so they can say that you're this and you're that. But there's certain ways to go about it, and I had to learn that um, through my last employer on how to beat them at their own game. So um, it's just a play with words, and you can kind of back them into a corner to make them realize that they're just doing too much. So, but yeah, so that's a really big deal. Is like making sure that your product is consistent, like your packaging, your color scheme is it's consistent throughout. So like if your website, if your logo's like my logo's gold and white essentially, but it shows up on my website because my website's all white. It just shows up as just the gold. It's just in gold. But if my colors are gold, black, and white, why would I send you um, pink pink bonnets, or um, why would I send you a box like my bubble mailers? Why would I send you yellow bubble mailers? Like it doesn't work. And people are picky about that kind of stuff. Um, like I always look at packaging and go, oh, that's cute, like for ideas and things like that. But some people are really like, you sent this in a USPS bubble mailer? Like that's so cheap. It is inexpensive for a business owner because you can actually get this stuff for like free, if I'm not mistaken. However, if you want to go the extra mile for your customer, just go out and get the custom bubble mailers. There's a bunch of different companies. They have U Printing. Um, I'm gonna drop a list in the. I'm gonna drop a list of different places you can go for like shipping stuff, in the comments maybe, and then yeah, like there's a bunch of different places you can go to have that kind of stuff for branding. There's websites and resources that you can use to build your own, like your branding for your Instagram to make it look professional. Because like mine, oh, if I show you what it looked like in the beginning versus now, which I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna drop a clip in here somewhere so you can see that it was a hot mess, a hot mess, and the biggest thing was like I had stock photos on Instagram, and they're probably like, "You put your stock photos from your website on Instagram? What?" Like, yeah, like that's what it looked like in the beginning. So I had like maybe like 6 or 7 of them. I probably should take them down, but honestly, I feel like I should just keep it there because it shows the growth of my brand and then me as a graphic designer, because I learned how to become a graphic designer in the midst of this, because I made my own YouTube intro. I made my own branding graphics for my Instagram. I made my own graphics for the pop-up shop that I did. I made my own graphics for my website. I made my own, what else did I make that was my own? I made my own business cards. I made my own thank you letters. I actually made like printable gift cards, like that. I have a big, oh my, I'm so excited about this young lady in Texas. She's doing like a holiday gift basket for her customers, and I gave all her customers like $15 off inside my store. They don't have to buy any, they just spend the $15 if they want to, which I thought was pretty cool. Like different marketing things that you can do to get out there. But I made those gift cards myself. Like, and I think like a lot of people think that it's really hard, where you have to pay super expensive to get it to look nice. And no, all you have to do is do the research. You don't have to pay for a vendor's list to get it. All you have to do is really, really want it and take the time and put in the effort. I did not get any of my vendors, from a vendor's list. I did not. I did not get any vendors from a vendor's list. I would not pay for a vendor's list because I can do the research and find it myself. My hair vendor is actually a black woman based out of California. So, with everything that's going on with like COVID, people are like, "Oh, there's a shortage on frontals, and yes, I have some shortage, but it took longer for me to be impacted by it than others. So like my competitors are like, oh, we don't have this, we don't have this, and I still had it in stock. I was still having HD frontals for a while there. Now I'm slowly starting to do that because they're not going to pick up on, um, they're not going to be picking up back on production up until early January. And that's just because they're trying to control COVID across the season because of the weather. So obviously with COVID going on, that does put a hold on it. When it was warm outside, it was a little bit different. But now that it's gotten colder, it is impacting a lot of businesses that are getting things that are getting shipped in. So for me, like I said, I went with a vendor that is in the U.S. and people are like, well, you can get it cheaper in China. So everything that I did, as far as like my branding and everything like that, it's like black owned everything, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited that I was able to find those things. So, and I feel like what's for me is for what's for me, and what's for them is for them. And I'm not trying to be greedy to for my business. I'm trying to grow as an individual while I'm helping other people grow. So, um, yeah. So branding is kind of like it's what your brand, what people think when they see your brand. What do they think? Like, oh, do they think like, oh, Hacker Beauty is just messy. Like the owner's messy. She's in drama. She's always arguing with somebody. Their packaging's like always off. Like that. Like that. That's what we don't want. Like that's not what you want people to think of when they see your sorry. It's Instagram. Cardi B is going live apparently on Instagram, but but that's what you want. Your brand is what people think when they see Hot Girl Beauty, or when they see Hunt's Ketchup. What is it that like? What do you think? Like, what does it make you think? Like, how does your logo look? How's the layout? How's the vibe? Like, it's literally the vibe of your business. And so, like, if you don't know, um, like, if you feel like it's not consistent, DM me on Instagram. Like, I have no problem with helping anybody with like branding or anything like that. And like a lot of people, like, they charge you like bukus of dollars for like websites and things like that, and it doesn't take them that long to make them. Like this lady was charging like $600 for to build your website, make your logo, and it was something else she was doing too. It wasn't the branding. Instagram, oh, excuse me. It was the logo, the the logo, the website, and like select loading of graphics for like $600. My prices are literally like half of that. And I just feel like I want to help everybody win. And I know from a business standpoint, like when you're first launching, nobody has that amount of money to just blow away at the beginning. The whole purpose of a business is you want to have your you want your profit to outweigh your cost. So for me, my biggest goal is again is empowering other people. So anything that I can do to help, I will. If you guys want me to drop those the different packaging websites in the comments, I can do that. Yeah, like let me know what you guys want to see. Like I got so many different things. I got a notepad here with like all these notes that I've taken out, so you can see me looking down. That's all it is. I'm looking at notes that I've taken, so that way I can make sure that I touch on these things for you guys, because I think it's really, really, really important when it comes to branding. So like your brand is literally what's going to sell your business. Like there was one girl that she said that she was packaging her stuff in like the Chinese takeout boxes. I can't remember who she was, but it was so unique, and everybody was like, "Oh, like I have to have this." Or, ooh, perfect example, Mocha Beauty. She was in an anime. She used to get made fun of for like an anime, and now she has a cosmetic line that sells nothing but like it's all anime themed, and she's really successful because she was one, authentic to herself, and two, her branding was on point. It is consistent. It hasn't changed in the sense of like moving to different themes. It's growing. Like she didn't have like product box packaging before, like for like her brushes or like her concealer, and she just recently got product package boxes. So now it's turning into like you can see her growth. And I've been watching her for quite some time too. So if you haven't, check out Mocha Beauty. She's really inspirational as well too, because she's a self-made boss bitch too. So yeah, so I'm glad we can have this chat today. If you guys need anything, like I said, DM me on Instagram, and I'm gonna get out because I'm tired and I need to get some rest. Have a good night. Bye. See you in the next video. You in my business?
Don't do that.